we're gonna head things now. So now it is time to meet one of our champions for children. His name is Eric Feeney. Eric is a third grade teacher at Wolcott Elementary School here in West Hartford. And 2 years ago, two of his students suffered sudden loss of their fathers, something that nobody in elementary school should have to go through. One from a heart attack and the other from gun violence. Eric saw his students suffering and knew that they were in need of some help and some resources. So what he did next was he launched a nonprofit called Friends of Feeney. He dedicated that to supporting children and families who needed assistance after heartbreak and tragedy. Since its founding, Friends of Feeney has provided nearly $300,000 in direct financial assistance to more than 130 local families. Eric has also helped create a culture of giving in his community. In fact, West Hartford Superintendent of Schools says Eric and his Friends of Feeney have a huge fan base in town. Please join me in congratulating Eric as a 2026 Champion for Children.
I have so much love and appreciation for everyone in this room tonight. Thank you so much to the Village for nominating me for Champion of Children. It truly is, it means the world. Full disclosure, when Derek called me a couple weeks ago, it was a Thursday before school, and when he told me, I just was overwhelmed with so much emotion, and I cried a little bit. I'm not a big crier. I'm gonna try to hold the tears today. I may have cried at my daughter's last Unified Theater event at Conard, or most recently on Mother's Day when we went to the movies to see The Sheep Detectives, or Grey's Anatomy, Scrubs, Rudy, Rocky, especially Rocky 3, right, Mom? No, it's truly an honor, and to follow in Beth Bai's footsteps, or to share an award with a doctor who shares a name with a superhero, Captain America, I'm doing all right. So just filled with so much love. My family's here. That's you. Let me properly introduce them. There's wife of Feeney. No, totally kidding. We talk about friendship and friends. Nicole is truly my best friend. I love you. It means the world to have my parents here in the same room to celebrate. Thank you so much for being here. I got my nephews of Feeney, in-laws of Feeney. Someone elbow my brother-in-law, see if he's still awake. Big John, am I your favorite son-in-law still? Yeah. Does this get it? And then we have a very important person, Reggie. Reggie was my first camper 27 years ago. I met him when he was 10 years old in New Haven. I worked for LEAP, Leadership, Education, Athletics, and Partnership. And we're still in touch to this day. He's part of the family. My mom checks in on him. I coached him in football. I would pick up a van full of kids from New Haven, drive them to Waterbury, and play flag football, but we'd stop at my mom's house first for tacos and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Because as you know, it takes a village. So, thank you. I have so much love and appreciation for my team, the board of directors of Friends of Feeney, Matt, Marty, Jen, Ty. We all have our expertise and we come from different backgrounds and we come together like Voltron. I don't know if you guys know that reference. Google it. But this is truly a team award. I would not be here without them, so thank you for that team. And speaking of appreciation, last week was Teacher Appreciation Day. Shout out those teachers. I know I thought of Mr. G, my PE teacher, Mr. Krill, my chemistry and football coach, and Mrs. Jarrell, my 5th grade teacher. Most very important woman in my life. She was my 5th grade teacher, and then she was also the principal who hired me for my first teaching job at Kingsbury School in Waterbury. Give us a minute. Let's think of your favorite teacher. 10 seconds, think of your favorite teacher. Join me and think of your favorite teacher.
Probably a gym teacher.
All right, raise your hand if you thought of a college professor. Raise your hand if you thought of a high school teacher. Raise your hand if you thought of a middle school teacher. Raise your hand if you thought of an elementary school teacher. That's right. Most of the time when we ask that question, it's an elementary school teacher. Fun fact, high school teachers hear their name called 50 times a day. Middle school teachers hear their name called 100 times a day. Elementary school teachers hear their name 200 times a day. So yes, I hear Mr. Feeney, Mr. Feeney, Mr. Feeney, Mr. Feeney all day long. And I absolutely love it. Teaching has brought me so much joy. Best job in the world. But sometimes there's heartbreak and tragedy. It was 13 years ago when one of my students lost their dads. They had twins, I had twins. I was a new dad, my girls were in kindergarten. I'm from a divorced family. I knew how it was not to see my dad every once in a while. I could never imagine losing him forever at such a young age. So I had to do something. And then the following year, one of my students lost their dads to gun violence, like we said. So I started Friends of Feeney. We marched in the Park Road Parade with a rinky-dink trailer, and the kids loved it, and it's just been growing ever since. Like he said, we just reached helping 150 families and providing over $310,000. And that's all volunteers, community-based organization, grassroots from the community, working with wonderful people in the community. So I'm asking you to join our team and be a good friend, right? Join our village. Go to the website, friendsoffeeney.com, to learn ways to support, donate, and volunteer. I know I already got Carol volunteering. Signed her up today. Our mission's be a good friend. You may see these guys around town, be a good friend. You know, so if you're not supporting, donating, or volunteer, you know, hold the door. Pick up trash that's not yours. Give compliments and be charitable. Think of a nonprofit that's near and dear to your heart. So we hope to see you at some couple events. We have Bristol Blues on June 14th. Hartford Athletic, you writing these down? Hartford Athletic, May 18th. Yard Goats game, August 14th, and our 5th annual golf tournament at Tunxus on September 12th. That's Marty. So thank you so much, and let's join me and everyone on 3 say, be a good friend. 1, 2, 3.
Be a good friend.